Welcome back. Well, yesterday we had an earthquake that was off the Channel Islands. So I don't know if you felt it where you were, but yesterday I was in the control room and was really kind of nervous, but it stopped and everything was okay. So today we have the United update, and we're going to be talking about emergency preparedness. And we've got Kash Ashrakar with us. I hope I pronounced that right.
You did right.
Boy, I kept practicing. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Disaster preparedness. You know, a lot of stuff's been going on with Santa Barbara, and rains could come and go and cause flooding. So,
exactly.
So tell us a little bit about what you have going on with disaster preparedness.
Well, like anything, disaster doesn't happen just to the other guy. It happens to everybody. It can happen to us.
Right.
And we have 18,000 residents, so we need to be prepared. Incidents like yesterday could have been even severe, more severe. That's why we have disaster preparedness. And we have a whole team set up, we have plans set up, and we'll be talking about it.
Okay, good.
You ask me and we'll...
I will do that. So let's talk about the structure of the program. How does it work?
Okay, the structure starts out with the chief police security, Tim Moy, as the chair. He's the main guy. He's at the helm. Then there is, in case of emergency, we have emergency operations centers.
Okay.
And we have designated the main lobby, main area, boardroom, as the EOC, Emergency Operations Center.
Okay.
And the structure is so that we can quickly disseminate damage reports to assess the situation and prioritize and deploy available resources.
Right.
So it's a top-down approach.
Okay.
And bottom up, we have people that act as the good neighbor building captains and building captains that will report these incidents in their area, local areas.
Okay.
So we can coordinate everything better.
Okay, so does that mean that you have like somebody in each neighborhood or a group of neighborhoods?
Yes, that's the plan. I think we'll be showing a map later.
Oh, yes, that's right. We have the map. So, okay. All right, very good. And then you also have some committees and functional areas too. So tell me about those.
What Chief Moy has done is he has created different functional areas that are important for preparing for disaster. One is a radio communication. So we have, on a monthly basis, we have drills that talk about between themselves to make sure the radio communication is alive and active.
Okay.
And he also has a backup plan for different clubhouses with the walkie-talkie system they're evaluating right now.
Okay.
So we will have that in place.
All right.
Also, we have recruitment and retention for GNBC, which is Good Neighbor Captains.
Okay.
And so we have active approach, and we'll be showing you a map.
Do you want us? We can bring up the map now, and that way you can refer to it, because it had a lot of things on it, and it might be a little hard to see, but in any case, you have little pieces of tape on there, and so there's our map there. Let's see. So tell me a little bit about it, and what are we looking at?
We are talking about different areas identified where we are missing or having holes. So if you live in these particular areas, we would love you to come forward and volunteer and help your own neighbors and yourself in case of disaster. So these are all identified. This map will be presented in different places in the community pretty soon.
So if you live, so really I think most of the areas are covered, and you would be able to volunteer to be kind of like, I know how you have neighborhood watch programs, and one person usually is kind of heading that up. So kind of the same kind of thing, right?
Same kind of thing.
All right.
There is really not much responsibility, but you're taking charge of, you're prepared, and somebody has the training, and you will get the training needed.
Gotcha.
And you will get to know your neighbors, and you learn brownie points with that guy upstairs.
Well, that's excellent. I mean, brownie points all around, right?
Exactly.
All right. So tell me about the staff structure.
The structure is lined up with the chief, and he has a little organization kind of set up with treasurer, secretary, and correspondent secretary.
All right.
So the news and information get disseminated properly.
Okay.
Representatives from all three mutuals, the United Mutual, Third Mutual, and 50 Mutual, attend the monthly meeting.
Okay.
And we have monthly radio drills as well to make sure everything is working. And we have frequent training classes.
Okay. So is it just that one individual who is in charge of that area to go to those meetings?
No,
or
no,
it could be
anybody
anyone?
can attend.
Okay.
It's general information.
Okay.
And the good neighbor captains, it's advantageous that they keep themselves sharp and attend these meetings, so they are aware of what's going on.
Right. Okay. Okay. Do you actually train them in, like, let's say do you have like a mock type of emergency situations? And
We did have a couple of drills already
All right.
to simulate that there's a disaster and what we do.
Okay.
And these drills were conducted.
Right.
And people learn a lot when you conduct a mock drill like that.
Oh, I bet.
Then in a real situation, they are more aware of what to do and how to face it.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Well, the best thing to do is to keep calm, right?
Exactly.
Because you just never know what's going to happen.
And be ready.
Yes.
Yes.
And what are some of the other accomplishments? You said you have a partnership with the Orange County Health Agency.
Yeah. What happened is Chief Moy has been in direct communication with Orange County Healthcare Agency, and their staff was here a couple months ago, and they appreciated our disaster preparedness teams and our efforts to the point that they have agreed to make us active participants for supplies. We will be getting supplies, medical supplies, emergency supplies for 18,000 people.
Now, is that going to be supplies that would be administered like on the day of, or is that things that the residents would be able to put away for an emergency?
The details aren't worked out yet, but it is more like when the emergency happens, we take our trucks, pick these medicines, and have a distribution set up. I think we will be setting up the distribution channels ahead of time, but that's up to.
Okay. But nonetheless, they're thinking about it, so that's good.
We are well prepared.
Okay. All right. And then a medical volunteer, is that like a request or?
Yeah, it's kind of, medical people are very important in case of emergencies as such, but they kind of tend to shy away because of the dangers of lawsuits and other things. So what they have done is they have created a medical registry with a Good Samaritan law. That, hey, you come forward and help in case of emergencies, you're not liable.
So who created that?
That's a Good Samaritan law and privacy policy already exists.
All right.
And we have a sign-up sheet for the medical people, and we encourage medical people to come forward.
Right.
So that we have staff locally. After all, in case of an emergency, first help is yourself and what is available right around you.
Right.
Because it could be middle of the night and the designated people may be asleep far away.
Right. Okay. All right. And then you also go as far as doing CPR and safety classes?
We have different classes organized and arranged. We have had a CPR safety class some time back. Also, Brian Ballard, community relations consultant for Care More Touch, presentation organized for special diabetic needs of emergencies. That was presented.
Okay. All right. Perfect. And then you also had mentioned something about walkie-talkies. Tell me a little about how that works out.
What that is different clubhouses may need to communicate with each other. And this program Zello is available, and we are right now investigating it, how good it is.
Okay.
They can communicate with each other on their cell phones.
Oh, yeah. But what happens if the cell phone signal goes out?
Well,
then what do you do?
there's different things to be worked out. Yes.
Let's just not say anything. Let's just go with that one.
Right.
And then EOC identification. What does that mean?
EOC identification means alternate EOC identification.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
What we have is the main main community center as our EOC center.
Oh, gotcha.
But what if the building itself has problems? Then what we do? So we have identified alternative EOCs. One is the clubhouse gate 12 area and the security staff area, present security staff. So we have alternate things already figured out and in mind. So last minute, one doesn't have to think, hey, where do I go if this building is down? What do I do?
Okay. And then lots of people have pets.
Yes, we have gone as far as even coming up with a program what to do for the pets, including the horses. We even have horses.
Oh, right, the equestrian.
Yeah, equestrian.
Okay.
And
Well, that will be good. You might need
lots of
some
cats.
cages.
Yeah.
Put them all.
Well-
And then, so you already talked about the backup plan. I mean,
Yes.
obviously, you're going to have backup power
Yes.
generators and
Yes.
things like that. If
We
you
are
do.
already
Okay.
looking at installing and making sure everything is in place
Okay.
at a time, including at the gates.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I know you have an event coming up, but before we get to the event, let's talk about some of the
Yes.
supplies that you have here. There's a lot of stuff inside, so we won't go through everything, but maybe
Yeah.
just tell us
Just-
what these bags
Basically,
are.
these three are emergency supply kits.
Okay. You can
This
go
is
ahead
for-
and pick that one up if you want.
This one?
Yeah. So this is your survival kit.
Survival kit,
right? And
yeah.
inside you've got all sorts of things in
Inside
there.
of that, you have 1 to 3 day food bar.
Okay.
We have light stick, we have face mask, we have blanket, we have radio,
Okay.
flashlight,
Okay.
6 packages of water,
Great.
and that water is good for like 3 years.
3 years. Oh, so it has a shelf life of 3 years.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay,
you can
that's
cut it
great.
and open it
All
up.
right.
Duct tape and anything else you will need immediately.
You always need duct tape.
Yeah,
That fixes
always.
everything. Okay,
Yes,
that's
yes.
great. So we've got that.
This is for
All
the
right.
home
And then-
or every use.
What about the little red one?
This little one is for your automobile.
Oh,
Put it in the back of
good.
your
This
automobile.
looks like a little cooler.
And you have similar things, but not as
Okay.
expensive. That
So-
cost of that one is only $42, and this one is $12.
It's $12. This can go in your
And-
car, and it's got
and
lights.
this
and all
is for
sorts of
one
goodies.
person.
Okay.
So you can go and get a similar, more condensed kit with 6 packs of water and
Okay.
a blanket for the second person in your car.
All right. So we're
This
now
is only
with
$6.
the $6. So that's
And
actually
all of
reasonable.
this is available at the disaster preparedness team office downstairs,
Right.
next to the elevator on the other side of the corridor.
Right, and that's in the community services building
Yes,
downstairs on the first floor. Okay, and then you have looks like a crossing guard vest.
Yeah, what this is to get familiarized with you with this. This is when a team good neighbor captain walks
Oh,
to your
you
door.
get an identification that you're a
This
good
is- He's
neighbor.
identified. Yeah, when you see a yellow jacket,
I like it. Here, you can go around.
he's your friend.
This is your friend.
Yeah, he's
All
your
right.
friend. And he's
That's
here
great.
to help you.
That's right.
Okay.
And they're going to put that on so we all identify who we go to for help.
Yeah, the great good neighbor captain will wear this when he comes
Perfect.
to your door.
I
Yes.
like it. That's great. Well, that's good identification because you never know. An emergency, somebody might be trying to get some stuff, and you don't want to
Exactly.
do that. Okay, so tell me about the senior summit that's coming up on April 20th.
I am not well prepared on that, but what it is
Well,
we are
we have a
working
flyer
with
for
Orange
that,
County.
believe it or not.
Orange County Lisa
Bartlett? Uh-huh.
Bartlett,
Yes.
and Brad Hudson and Chief Moy are getting this program for senior community program.
Okay.
It's coming on April 20th, I think.
Right.
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's April 20th, and Lisa Bartlett will be there. And I think their motto is "Life can change in an instant. Are
In
you
an
ready?"
instant,
So
exactly.
obviously, you guys are going to be there, front and
Exactly.
center, making sure everybody knows what they're doing, and obviously, probably just reiterating everything you just said. So this is really a great time to be talking about it.
And yesterday's 5.8 could have been 8.5, and we might have been.
Well, yeah.
I don't know to
We
scare
wouldn't be
nobody,
sitting
but-
here having that discussion, I don't think.
Yes.
So, all right. Well,
I'll
great.
be wearing that jacket.
Yeah,
when
we'll be
out
wearing
in
the
my
jacket,
neighborhood.
directing
And-
things. Okay,
Yes,
good.
exactly.
Well, thank you. That was great information. I
very much.
appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank
Very
you.
nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
All right, thanks. Okay, so make sure that you guys stop downstairs on the first floor of the Community Services Building and check out all their emergency equipment because you just never know when you're going to need it. We'll be right back after this.
Thank you.